before we get into this episode, if you do want to leave any questions for me in the comments, then I will be answering them in a Q&A video at some stage for 2,000 subscribers. If you do have like multiple questions, then don't forget to leave them as separate comments so I can include them on like a video overlay type thing on the actual video. So yeah, leave some questions. I'll be doing Q&A at some point. I know I'm like 115 subscribers away or something along those lines, so it is a bit premature, but I'd like to get the questions in now so that I can create a video and come up with the responses and things like that. So yeah, let's get on with this video. Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 33 of my Juventus career mode, and today I've got a few games to play. I've got this away match to play, but I've also got a few transfers to make as well because we are still in the transfer window. You guys have been leaving your suggestions in the comments. I've been reading and replying as usual. You've left some really good suggestions, but I've got to remind you we don't really have too much budget, so I won't be able to sign many of the players. I'll be able to sign one player that I know of, and I think I'll be able to sign him anyway. I might have to change around the budget slightly, but I think he's called Dosa. I think it's Dosa. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Is he really young centre mid? I've seen him actually on Foothead, I think it was, or one of the websites anyway, and he's got really good potential. Donsa, something like that anyway. And I'm going to put in a bid for him. I'm not really too sure how much he's worth, so it could be pretty embarrassing, this bid that I put in, but I think it's going to be around 2 million. I'm going to try 2 million. He's only on £6 a week, so he is quite a cheap player. We'll try and get him in for that. That'd be absolutely brilliant if I could, but I also want to get in some pre-contract agreement players. So I've actually got a little bit of a scout. I think it should be, that's the one, any position, and basically I've scouted all the players I've got. I think it's between 1 year and 0 years left. Some of them won't, they'll have like 1 year, 6 months left, but most of them have got a year left. So I'll go down to the ones that should have around about a year. I think it's down here, and I'll have a look at some of the potential players I could sign. Okay, so I think it starts from round about here. So the players like Charlie Austin and Cabral, all the players below them I can sign on pre-contract agreements. Got to bear in mind we are with Juventus, so Charlie Austin, as good as he might be, he's not really a Juventus sort of player, is he? So there's quite a few players I could get. I think Oxlade-Chamberlain might have a year and 6 months, or a year and 5 actually, so he doesn't have too long left, but players like Ivanovic I could sign. I'm not going to get him. I'm not a huge fan of him, to be honest. I do quite like Javier Hernandez. He's someone I am tempted to go for, and I think I might try and get him on a pre-contract agreement. So that means that he won't join immediately. He will join at the end of the season. Now, I don't even know whether I'm going to have this code at the end of the season, so that's another thing to think about. But I think, who else do I have striker? That means I'd have to get rid of Tevez if I was to get in Hernandez, which I suppose I'll be happy with, because Hernandez is he's a fast player like Tevez is, he's good at finishing like Tevez is, so he's kind of a younger version of Tevez, so I'm tempted to go for him. I'm going to go import a first team player. We'll see what they say to that. Hopefully they agree to it. I'll put in a few more offers, I think, for players that I like the look of, and I'll see if I can find any more anyway. Zlatan's up for grabs. I'd like to get Zlatan, but I've signed him on a career mode I didn't record, and he's actually not that good, so it's a bit of a shame, that one, because I do like Zlatan, but he doesn't really get involved too much in the game. I don't know whether that's down to not having that much pace. I mean, it's not terrible, his pace, but he's not really that amazing, to be honest. So sadly I won't be going for him. Phil Jones, I could go for him, but I don't really fancy having him in my team. And Palacio was someone I was looking at before, but I think for a 33-year-old to go in my team, it just wouldn't be right to have him replacing Carlos Tevez. Marquee, this is someone I'm going to try and sign. I know I've sold him to PSG, and that's kind of why I'm trying to sign him back. I want him on a free contract. Why not go for it? I sold him for an absolutely outrageous price. I can't even remember how much it was. It was so much though, and if I could get him back for free, that would be really nice. I'd love to get him back, because I didn't really want to sell him at the time because he was quite a good player, but if I could get him back on a free transfer, why not? Let's be honest, why not get him back at the end of the season? I know it's 130 grand a week, but if I can get him back, that'd be absolutely brilliant. And I think that's all the players that I could really look at, to be honest, that have got like 6 months left on the contract, or 5, however many it was. So we are going to get on with this game now. I'm going to put out a slightly different team because, as you can see, we do have quite a few tired looking players. So I'll be back in a minute once I've changed the team. Okay, this is the team I'm going to be using. I've made quite a few changes. My fullbacks, my starting fullbacks have come back into the team. along with Devin, who has come in at centre-back. Pirlo and Russo, who have decided to start, have come into centre mid. Russo is a youth player that I think was from my youth academy as opposed to someone else's, and he's 6'2", he's Italian, he's not that fast, but I want to give him a go. He seems like an alright player really, 82 standing tackle, and he's 6'2", so I'm going to give him a go for this game. Berardi also comes into the team, who I watched against England under-21s, and he seemed to play really well, so I wanted to give him a bit of a go in this episode. Felipe Anderson comes into the team at left wing and replaces Depay, and Tevez and Benteke start as my two attackers. So my bench looks like this, except it's not actually going to look like that because I'm going to put Depay on the bench. And I think that's going to be it, for the team. Let's get on with this game and see whether we can try and get a win. So I think we're playing Sassuolo. Is that how you pronounce the name? If I've got that right, let me know in the comments. Sassuolo. Okay, I'm really hopeful I've got that right. I don't usually pronounce the name right. No! Oh my god, they've scored. What happened to my defence then? We got pulled all over the place. We always start off really slowly, it annoys me. We seem to do this quite often, we just start off really slowly. And it's happened again, they've put in a cross, back post. Marcello's unable to cope with it. Chiellini for some reason went over there, and that left us just open in the middle. And we're now losing 1-0. Tevez straight from kick-off. Come on, make things better for us. Come on, Tevez. Oh, side netting. Oh, Tevez. He's running again. Carlos Tevez must be. Yes. 1-0. We've finally scored. We've had a few chances in the last 10 minutes or so. And Tevez makes it 1-0 with 7 minutes to go in this first half. Here we go. Come on, Tevez. This is your time again. Tevez. Oh, what was that? That wasn't a shot. Oh, you just passed it to him. And it's half time. We are drawing 1-1. Not a bad first half, really. We have had more chances than they have, as you can see from the stats, but they've had more possession. We are going to make one change, and we're going to bring on Vidal because we are struggling a little bit with the lack of pace in the midfield. It's a shame to see Russo get subbed, but I think Pirlo's just edged it in the midfield in the first half, so we'll keep him on. I do quite like Pirlo going forward as well. He's quite a good threat. Here we go, we've opened up some space already. Wait for the runner. Tevez, go on. Oh, must have been pulled back there, ref. Should have been a penalty. No, it would have been a weak one, I think, that. Come on, Berardi, get involved. He's really struggling here. He's just getting the ball passed round him. We need Vidal to step in. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, yes, we do. They're well played. Oh, my God. They just hit the post. And again, that came out of nowhere and from a cross, to be fair. So they just seem to like crossing the ball. Do you know what? Why am I not playing that tactic? I've got Benteke in the middle. I need to start doing some more crosses because that's why Benteke is not scoring as many as Carlos Tevez in recent games. I'm not crossing. I need to play to our strengths. Let's cross the ball. Okay, we're going to make another change. Depay is going to be brought on, and Berardi is going to be taken off for Cohen to be brought on, and obviously Felipe Anderson just got taken off as well as the first change. So that's all three changes made, and they've now got a corner. Let's see how we get on. Come on, hoof it away, and we can counter-attack. Let's get it straight out. Come on. Oh my God. Oof, and over the bar, luckily. Benteke gets brought down. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. He's getting brought down. I was after that. I was after him getting brought down, like in the last episode. And then Depay went and scored the free kick. So if he can do that, if he can do it again, he might win us the game with 10 minutes to go. I was looking for the penalty. Sadly, it was a bit central, but at least we've got a free kick. Oh, look at Tevez wanting to take it. I'm sure Depay is probably better. Yes, he's just about better, I think. Free kick accuracy, he is, but on the other ones, I think Tevez just beats him. Come on, bit near, I think. Oh, it's gone in! Depay with another free kick. That's why I signed him. Well, not really, it was just suggested in the comments. But that is why I signed him. Let's pretend I did sign him for that. 2-1, brilliant stuff. Look at this, it's another free kick scored. I think that's 3 free kicks he's scored in 2 episodes of it, something ridiculous like that. And already he's turning out to be a decent signing, even though he's rubbish at doing anything else. But anyway, we're winning 2-1, keeper couldn't get there, and hopefully we can just see out the game now. Looking for the cross again, he's put one in, and luckily we've managed to head it out this time. Goes back in again, clear it, well played. Benteke wins us so many free kicks, he's won us a late one as well. went on a nice bit of a run. It was obvious he wasn't going to get past the defence really. He managed to get past one player and just brought him down. He keeps on seeming to do this. Benteke does a really good job, even though he hasn't scored that many goals recently. Come on, Pirlo, whip one in. Do your thing. Carvajal's in there, and that was actually meant to be a pass, not a shot. We've won the game 2-1 though, and I'm really happy about that because we didn't have the best of games, or we didn't have the most luck, to be honest. But we've managed to get the win, and that is absolutely what we were after. We wanted another 3 points. So let's see if they've got any emails and like transfer news, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we've got nothing about any of the transfers through just yet. We do have 2 days before the next game, and we've got a player that's sold. Let's have a look. It is Rossetti. I remember actually from the previous episode, he has now been sold. We got 1.3 million as you saw there added onto the budget. Okay, transfer offer from Bilbao for Olivier Torres, and he was a player that I was tempted to get rid of because, to be honest, he's not really done that much. To be honest with you, he's not really had the best of seasons. I'm going to up it to 10. If they want to match 10 million, then I'll let him go for that. Because even though he's young and he's decent, he hasn't been that good for me. And Cagliari have accepted the 2 million bid. I'm starting to wonder whether I have kind of overpaid for him now. I was a bit tempted to go with $1 million, but then I didn't want to waste time, so we'll just go with that. We'll go 6 grand as well, and I will try squad rotational player. In fact, no, we'll go sporadic first team player. Just because I don't want to put too much into his squad role, to be honest. I don't want to overestimate what he's going to be like. And Javier Hernandez has accepted the pre-contract offer. Hopefully you guys like that idea. Hopefully it's something that you think's a decent signing. So I am going to try and get him in. But I'm going to actually leave the email just for now so that I know whether I can get in Marquee as well. I don't think I'll be able to get in both. I'm going to have to see. This game against Fiorentina I'm going to sim, purely because we are doing so well in the league at the moment, and because it's a home game so we should win. I'm going to go for my starting 11 team, hopefully, and I'll be back in a minute once I have got the team sorted out. Okay, so it's not too far off my starting 11 team. I've made a few changes in that I've got Marcelo and Carvajal still there. My defence is kept pretty much the same, and then in front of them there's Vidal and Pogba. So Sterling plays on the left and Kevin Mirallas starts on the right. Dybala's just in behind Tevez, and I'm going to sim this one. Hopefully I can get a win. It's not my starting 11, but it's near enough that sort of team. I should be able to beat Fiorentina, especially at home. We're going to give it a go. They've got 3 at the back though. They're playing a bit of a strange formation. That play behind the striker is in a bit of an odd position, but hopefully we can get a win. Hoping for an early goal. I always like to get an early one to kind of settle the nerves a little bit. But 25 minutes in, it's still 0-0. Past the half-hour mark, they've gone 1-0 up. Babacar, is it Babacar? Hopefully I've pronounced him right. Into the second half now, and we are still losing. We need a goal. I'll take a draw from this game. Come on. Give me a draw. 15 minutes left. Tevez gets the goal. Marcelo gets sent off, though, at the same time somehow. And we've taken the draw. Okay, I'm not too disappointed with that. It's against Fiorentina. They're a good team. They're up there in a similar sort of position as us, I think. But we do have a few transfers to look at now. But Bilbao don't want to spend the £10 million on him. They're happy to go with the 9 though. And I'm happy to accept that, I think. I've partly decided to do that because I'm hopefully trying to get in Marquee as well. So, and obviously this guy as well. Donsa. I'm going to go Donsa. That's how I'm going to pronounce his name. And I've managed to sign him for 2 million. Probably paid too much for him, but we'll go with that anyway. And Marque's happy to join us back, so we're going to see whether we've got enough money to get them both in. Hopefully we do. Marcelo's now suspended, as you saw, and we're hopefully going to rearrange things so I've got enough money to bring them both in. Okay, I need 260 grand. At the moment, I've got 130. Sorry, at the moment I've got 213, and I need 260. So I'm near, but I'm going to accept the Hernandez deal just because I know for a fact that I'm going to have enough money to be able to get Marquee in, because obviously Torres is leaving. But then I don't want the Hernandez email to kind of disappear a little bit, so I'll accept that one for now, and hopefully Marquee we can get in at some point in the next couple of days. Okay, transfer offer for Benteke, 23 million. He's worth a lot more than that. It's a pretty poor offer, really. We'll happily go for... We'll go 70 million. We'll see what they say to that. 70 million I'll let him go for. And we've got, I think, players sold. Yes, we have. Torres, 7.5 million. I should be able to get in Marquee now. I can. Let's accept the offer. We've got Marquee in. And we've also got in Javier Hernandez or Chikatito. Is it Chikatito? Is that how you pronounce his nickname? Something like that. And we've now got both those players in, and maybe we might be able to sign one other player since I've got the money from the Olivier Torres deal. And I don't believe Benteke is worth that much. Understandable. I'm happy that I've kind of managed to get them away from Benteke. Okay, I thought I'd check what overall Donsat is, and he's 69 overall, which is very good for a 19-year-old, so I'm happy about that. He's got some decent physical stats. His skill attributes aren't quite as good, but he's still fairly good for a 19-year-old, 78 short pass, and he's 5'9", so an interesting player. I'm happy about that signing, so thank you for the suggestion in the comments in the previous episode. Hopefully I can add to my team now as well. I've got a little bit of money to spend, nothing too major. If I just change around the budget, I'll probably have around 6 million and 40 grand a week. And yeah, I'll sim the next day and see whether I've got any more transfer offers. Okay, something I was keen to do actually, I think it was at the start of the season, was getting Rosenberg from PSG. He looks like Zlatan's regen, but Zlatan is still around, so it's maybe just a bit of a mad coincidence that the fact that he's such a good player. Look at his weak foot and skill moves, and he's also Swedish as well, so it's a bit of a strange one, but I'm going to try and get him in, and I know I'm going to have a lot of strikers by doing this, but I'll probably eventually loan him out at some point, somehow, probably at the end of the season, and see how he gets on growth-wise. It's a bit weird, it says he's 68 overall there, but he's actually 70 overall here, so we'll kind of take that as the overall, I would imagine. And we're going to put in a bit of a bid here. We're going to see what other players I have to trade out, and I'll come up with some sort of offer in a minute. Okay, I'm going to go with straight up cash. We're going to go 4 million for him. I think that's a decent offer. He's only going to be on 7 grand a week, so it should be a fairly decent one. And now let's get on with simming the day and see whether I get any more transfer offers in. Okay, PSG have said they want 5.5 for him, which is more than I expected actually. I'll go 5 and we'll kind of meet halfway. I know it's not quite halfway. It's probably a little bit more than that. But we will go and actually play this game, I think, against Lazio. Or in fact, it's at home. I'm going to go for another sim. I know I've been simming a lot of games recently, but I always do it in the transfer window anyway, because I obviously want to get the deals done in the same episode. So what we will do is sim this game yet again, but I'm going to actually keep with this team, except I think Marcelo is going to get rotated, because obviously he's suspended. And let's see, anybody else I want to get rid of? In fact, I'll put Tevez behind and I'll start Benteke. And I think other than that, we'll keep the team exactly the same. I'll put Marcelo obviously on the reserves, and Isla can go onto the bench. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully we can get another win. Come on, let's try and get a win. Varane's got booked 6 minutes in. Sterling gets the first goal. Decent start, I like to see that. Come on, half an hour in, still 1-0. I like a second goal ideally as well, so that we're not on edge for like the last 45 minutes. Gaia gets a bit of an injury there. Chiellini gets a booking. Hopefully he's not suspended now. And 20 minutes to go, Tevez gets a goal. Brilliant stuff. 2-0 now. 10 minutes to go. Can we hold on to the clean sheet? We have done. We've won 2-0 into the next round. I think it was the next round, hopefully. I'm pretty sure that was the quarterfinals I remember seeing. So, good stuff. And 5 emails. PSG have accepted the bid of 5 million. Happy about that. We're going to go 7 grand a week. And we're going to go, I think, future first team players, realistic. I think that's pretty decent. He should be a future first team player when he's 70 overall already. And prize money 170 grand for the Tim Cup. Player injured. Guy is out for 3 days. That'll affect us, I think, for the upcoming game. And suspension is over for Marcelo. And Perlo's saying about the last cup match. It's great that we've progressed in the cup. I hope that I'm still in your plans. A wonderful way to bow out by helping the club lift the trophy. So, yeah, that's pretty much the same as last season. I think he said that last season to me. But we'll make sure of it this season anyway. We'll make sure that we do win the trophy with him. And we've managed to sign Rosenberg. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Again, I'm not really 100% sure with him being a regen. Rosenberg, 5 million. It's an expensive one, but it's a play that I think will pay off. And hopefully he can find his way onto the bench at some point, because I think he is someone that I'd rather have on the bench than the likes of Berardi, just because Berardi's not playing particularly well at the moment, so I'm hopefully going to go for that, and we will just save those changes. I've received a transfer offer finally for Kevin Mirallas, and it's from Real Madrid. I really want to get rid of him so badly. I'm hoping with it being Real Madrid they'll pay a little bit more, but if not, I'm happy to just kind of get rid of him for 14 million really, because I need someone else to come in, and he doesn't really do too much in games, so I'm going to go for that. And then I know it's 3 simmed in one episode, but I'm going to go for the sim yet again. I've actually just seen this Russian guy, Man City. That's a bit of an interesting one. We'll have to have a look at that at some other point. But we are going to change the team around to again sim another game. I know I am going to have to go for a fairly decent team because we are actually away for this game. So I'll have to keep in a few of the players, but I'll rotate a couple of them that are a bit tired. I think I'm going to go for that sort of team. I'm pretty sure everyone can play. Yeah, there's no suspensions on the bench. And yeah, let's get on with simming this game. Bit of a risky one with it being an away match, but I think we're better than them to be able to win this game. We should be able to win it anyway, even though we are away. It's only this team that I've got no idea who they are. 1-0, Marcelo scores 15 minutes in. We've scored again in the 15th minute. Rossetti has come back to haunt me and equalise, but Marcelo puts us in the lead again. They have a sending off. Into the second half, Iran gets brought on, Tevez gets booked, Sterling gets brought on, and Mirallas gets his probably last goal for us, hopefully. 3-1 it is now, 10 minutes to go, or just under, and we've managed to win. I thought Rossetti was going to come back to haunt me then, with him getting the equalising goal, but we managed to win 3-1, and that was against the 10 men of Chivio. I think Chivio. I'm happy with that pronunciation, I think. Okay, Real Madrid have matched the 14.5. Yes, I'm going to get some money for him. Decent stuff. And I think now we're into the deadline day. I'm going to sim a couple of hours just because I want your kind of last minute suggestions in the comments. We've managed to sell him and we've got some more money added onto the transfer budget. So we now have 13.5 and quite a bit of wage as well to also use. So let me know in the comments who I should sign. I've got 13.5 left and 120 grand a week-ish. And I'm going to try and get another player in. Hopefully it's going to be a decent player. Let me know in the comments, like I say. I'm going to have a quick look at this Russian guy just because I feel like he looks alright. He's not particularly. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, then please give a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time for episode 34. Goodbye.